Hello, I just want to share with you about my experience I had a few weeks ago. It happened to me 2 o'clock in the morning. It was on the 18th of July. It was on my partner's birthday, and as I was laying awake meditating, because I only sleep about 2 hours a night, I was awake and my guru, Babaji, came to visit me on my left-hand side, and as he came with tremendous unconditional love, and I wondered what he was going to say, and he took my hand and told me, "Deborah, you're going to die." Somewhat shocked, I asked him loads of questions: how, when, where, what's happening to me, and he said within 3 minutes you're going to die. Well, the finality of it just overwhelmed me. I tried to tell my partner. I couldn't move. I felt slightly upset because I was leaving my partner and my children behind, and Babaji in his grace magnified the feeling of unconditional love over me to help me, and he just sat with me as my breath started to become very shallow, and in my mind I was saying to him, "But I'm not ill, I haven't been in an accident, why is it happening now?" But he didn't say anything to me, and he just looked at me, and I was so aware of this finality. Death was here. There was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't fight it. It was too strong. I just knew in my heart that was it. And Babaji looked at me very intently and very seriously and told me to concentrate on my breath. And I felt a tremendous pressure come on my chest, and I could feel myself slipping, and my breath was becoming more and more shallow. And by his grace, when I took my last breath, it wasn't painful. It was slightly uncomfortable, but as I took the last breath, I suddenly found myself in the light, and I realized I died. And Babaji wasn't with me anymore. I realized he was just helping the transition of dying and taking the shallow breathing and the last breath, and it was just so amazing. It just happened within a split second. 1 minute you're taking the last breath, the next minute I was absolutely in the light. I was waiting for this tunnel experience. I didn't have that. I was just suddenly in the depth of light and being surrounded by love and peace and joy, and it was just indescribable, absolutely indescribable. And my first thought was, this is death. And yet I knew that I'd passed on, I was gone, and the light increased in its love, and it drew me more and more into itself. And the ironic thing was, I felt more safe, more loved, and at home. I felt like I had come home. In that state of feeling like I had come home, the light was still drawing me deeper and deeper into itself, and I experienced such indescribable feelings of eternal life. And my head started to, my mind just expanded, and it felt like an overloaded computer. I understood the universe. I understood how everything worked and what the light was, and the beauty, the indescribable beauty of the light. It was showing me itself, that it was self-sustaining, self-loving, self-existing, that it was drawing energy up from within itself. It wasn't needing anything outside of itself for it to be. It was just in being. It was being itself. It was an uncaused being, and this being, this light, was just, it had everything in it that was good and positive, and the light was absent of all negativity and sickness. It was the very existence itself. And I realized as I was experiencing this that this was also my higher self and everyone else's higher self. And I expanded into the joy of being one with everyone else in their higher self. So there was the light and my higher self and everyone else's higher self, which was the one self, and there was this tremendous joy. And then there was this higher way of thinking and higher way of being. And then I had a conversation with the light, and it's not like in verbal, it's telepathic. And I felt myself in a timeless state. I could have been there 2,000 years, 1,000 years. There was no sense of time. But it was having this conversation about love and humanity and the secrets of the universe and our higher self and how to be in higher consciousness and being. And as he was sharing this, I still felt the finality of it all, and yet of not being in my physical body anymore. I had a light body, and I was so at home. So I felt my mind retaining all this information, and then he said, the light said, you are connected. And then I found myself going through a tunnel, and I was coming backwards through a dark tunnel, and I went into my body with a tremendous jolt, and I'd realised I'd been gone about Earth time 2 hours. I was shocked. My body was very weak for weeks afterwards on that, but I've been writing what the light has been telling me, and this is one of the reasons why I'm doing the 21-day higher consciousness tapes, because I want to share with you how wonderful you are in your higher self, your beingness, your beauty. If you knew, you would not feel negatively towards yourself. You would no longer look to the personality side of yourself. You would no longer look to anything else outside of yourself for approval and love. Even in negativity, you can have such great joy because you can be who you are against the darkness. You can be that light against the darkness and not be overwhelmed by the negativity. So yeah, I just wanted to share that experience with you, and why I'm doing the 21-day consciousness, because I care for you all. I care for humanity. In my little knowledge that I have, I want to share with you how wonderful your higher self is, and how wonderful the light is, and how wonderful God is. And he is outside of us and in us, like oxygen. It's outside of us and in us. We all live and move and have our being in the light, and there is nothing to fear. And I want to share that with you. So in my own little way, I want to help you and bring you on just step by step, the steps that my guru Babaji showed me. Why he comes to me, who knows? I really don't know. But when he does come to me, I will try and share with you what he has shared with me, because it's not just for me, it's for everyone else. So I'll leave you with that, and have a great day. Namaste.